we are back. This is the Chad and Cheese Podcast. I'm Joel Cheeseman. He's Chad Sowash, and we are here with Allyn Bailey, Senior Director of Comms at SmartRecruiters.
Well, I feel like the agents, though, makes it a little bit easier because everybody wants to feel special with their own process.
Absolutely.
And now they can feel special with their own agents and being able to actually adopt those own agents that could be more standardized to a better process methodology that you guys have actually seen over the years. But then still, it's that customized feel of having an agent, much like ChatGPT feels like for anybody who uses it.
Right. And the more you start to leverage it and you start to get comfortable with it, companies are starting to realize they can create experiences that are unique to them, both inside and outside their company, leveraging these tools. So, yeah.
One of the things that I've found really fascinating is when you have technology in our space that has sort of gotten on in the years and got some age under it.
It's old.
It tends to entropy, excitement leaves, the energy sort of goes somewhere else. And you guys somehow harnessed a win attitude. We're playing to win. We're not playing just not to lose. And I'm curious, where did that come from? Was it the vision? Was it a concerted effort to say, you know what, look, we've been around a while, but we're going to shake it up and we're going to win again? Because it's permeated not only in the company that I see, but with the customers and people taking a second look at you. Where did that come from? Was that Rebecca on down? Was it the whole organization? How did that come about?
Everybody hates the prevent defense, by the way.
The four corners. Remember that?
Yeah.
The four
corners.
Corners.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's a great question. I think it is a perfect storm. It's a perfect storm of moments, right? The right team. Right. And it's an interesting team. People would say, you look at us and say, we're pivoting. We're looking at doing things in a different way. We're looking at things doing a new way. You would think it's a whole new group of people who have shown up on the plate. That's not the case. Our senior VP of engineering has been with the company over a decade, almost 12, 13 years. He built the original components of the platform, right? Rebecca's a returner into this space, right? Kind of the old product leader coming in and taking over the helm as the CEO. Our tenure across our organization is vast, right? We have everything from new people in the door to people who've been there 5, 10, 15 years, right? So the energy really comes from an alignment around the vision. Like there's a when we start to see it work, and we're starting to see it work, we're seeing customers who are in our design labs who are actually trying this stuff out and are getting excited about what they're capable of doing. It creates momentum and excitement, right? And we have more and more of that dialogue and conversation around it. We start to see it working with these use cases. And then we start to operate in a new way that says, what if? When you start asking people what if and you release the handcuffs and say, you've been doing this for a while, you maybe have some ideas that we've been talking about in the back rooms and behind, closed doors and, in different alleyways. And we have all those dialogues, right? We sit in the conferences and all these conferences, right? Everybody says, listen, you can go sit in all the sessions, which are fabulous and they're great, but where do the real conversations happen? They happen in the hallways. They happen
in the booths.
They happen around the corners,
After hours.
After hours, right? I think our company has started to build this energy around saying, if we took all those after-hour conversations, what could we do? That gets exciting. People get energized about those. So vision, a little bit of seeing it actually come to fruition, and that's exciting. And then really great leadership coming in and saying, I release the handcuffs. What would you do?
Release the kraken.
Release the kraken. That's a great way.
Release the kraken.
So the AI Council in itself, talk a little bit about that. And I mean, why AI safety? I mean, obviously adoption is happening much faster than I think most of us thought it would happen because of OpenAI and people really using it on their phones every single day. So it's not, I don't think it's as hard for us to be able to push for adoption. What was the safety, the risk part of that you guys wanted to try to wipe out of there?
Right. Well, first off, I don't think we can wipe it out, and that's been part of our kind of honest dialogue with both our customers and by the way, just general people within the industry. AI is really cool. It's going to do some really neat stuff, right? We're really excited about it. But it also has the potential to do some really scary things, because at the end of the day, we're looking at all this great tech, but all this great tech is based off of what we've been doing already. When we talk about large language models, what are they learning off of? They're learning off of data and processes and systems and
That's biased.
behaviors that's biased because we as humans, I hate to tell everybody, we are like really not great. Like we are horribly biased, right? We
Yes.
just, by our nature. Technology is going to be biased too because technology is built off of how we operate and think.
Mhm.
So if that's the case, you add that challenge in. Now you also add in the challenge of we're a global company. Our footprint is in over 100 countries, right? Like we are all over the place.
Yeah.
Every country today, every state today, every region today is trying to build its own set of AI guidelines, laws, regulations. That's very complex, very hard thing to navigate. At its root, talent acquisition, HR in general, has been based on a compliance methodology, right? So we are a group of people who like to say that we're really cutting edge. When I say group of people, I'm talking about talent acquisition.
Yeah.
But we're really deep down a whole bunch of rule followers. So it's freaky, right? It's scary. Says, oh, so we've got this challenge. As a comms director, I look at it and say, okay, you got a lot of people who are interested in having backroom conversations about AI, but they're also very scared, very worried, unsure of how this is all going to work.
Mhm.
And Rebecca says this really well. You only get one chance to put AI into your organization or to start to implement it without it leaving some sort of taste in everybody's mouth. It feels good and it feels comfortable and I trust it, or something goes wrong. It only needs to go wrong once
Right.
before everybody to freak out about it. So if that's the case, we need to have open conversations about what are the risks? What are the challenges? How do we solve these problems? We don't know all the answers. We didn't want to go into a black box and create all the answers ourselves.
Right.
So we invited customers in, customers from around the world, customers from our big companies, from our small companies. We invited practitioners who are not even customers to come in. We have some legislators in the conversation.
Smart.
And we're having open conversations. Again, we're doing it behind closed doors. We told, listen, we're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna have you come out and tell everybody all the great legislation that we're having conversations about. We're not gonna have a conversation about the choices that we're making, but we want you to have a safe space to have a real conversation about how do we trust this and what do we need to know as people building this tech
Right.
that's going to make it valuable, trustworthy, and usable for you. And usable is the key.
Are these people
Because
piloting?
some of them are piloting.
Okay, because
And
that would be a nice little bait
Right.
to come into the, I
Right.
get to use the new stuff.
Well, so to get to the new stuff, the Trust and Safety Council, that's really about, let's talk about the challenges here and let's debate how we solve them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We have a second group of people who are a series of customers. They are part of our design group in our design lab. You're going to talk to Matt a little bit later. He's part of that team from Domino's. Listen, they are using the early stuff. They are helping us design it from the root up. We're having conversations about how it works inside their businesses, and then we're learning from them and helping expand that out to everybody else. So those people in the design groups, yeah, they're getting early access.
Those people. All right, we will end it there. Allyn, thanks for hanging out with us. And this has been the Chad and Cheese Podcast. I'm Joel Cheeseman. He's Chad Sowash. And this has been the Sessions AI Frontline Series. We out.
We out.